It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cowboys and the Browns on EA Sports.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. On first down, Watson. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Watson on first down, sliding out of the pocket. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson, being chased out left. He completes it to Tate. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So 4 plays, Charles, all passes here on the opening drive and already in the red zone.
And even if you're planning for them to throw the football a lot, on the opening drive, if they go 4 for 4 on you, you're off balance on defense. I've been there before. And part of you keeps thinking, they've got to run it at some point, right? They've got them really.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Auden Tate. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball, the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands, downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. This is Elliott, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on now, let's go.
Prescott looks to throw on first. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down now. It's Elliott, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Elliott. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run it with Elliott. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Bailey got the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They should have put a step
Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone.
We got this.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper to throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. The Saints locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And at the half, they are down to the visiting Dolphins in that one. Tua Tagovailoa, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Jared Goff, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just one game coming in. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Browns, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 9. A give to Elliott. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
From the 50, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get... They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First down, Prescott. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Open man Lamb, it's complete.
Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 44. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Who that? Who that?
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Let's go, let's go!
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. They'll throw again. Prescott, give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. He'll get this to Elliott.
Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. One last shot now for Prescott. He's got it. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Browns,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.